Hi, this is Claire again with the English version of the full moon cards. As always, I have drawn 3 cards. Smith Waite, it's nothing fancy, nothing exotic. And we start right away with a Page of Wands. And this card is a lovely card of inspiration, of flirting, of a light and warm energy. And if you have a female, like a girl, or a teenager around you that is important, this card can also hint at her. And then people are often like, whoa, why? I mean, this is a boy, right? Sorry, I still have a little cold lingering. And you might know the Crawley-Harris deck, where they have the princesses, the princess, and the knight and the queen. Yes? And so this is a more balanced way with the cards, yeah, because these cards come from ceremonial magic, and ceremonial magic is a lot about balance of opposites and of yes, different energies, like yin and yang, you could say. And this is quite patriarchal still, so you might think this is always a male card, but sometimes in readings, and this is why it's so important to have different looks at the cards and to see different views, and to even if you don't incorporate them into your reading, it's important to know about them, because sometimes it might be this little hint, this little possibility to see the card that is the right one for the reading you have at hand. Yeah, so it's even if you don't use a certain meaning regularly, in a special moment, it can be the one that you need. So it's always good when you have a broad knowledge of the cards, even if it's not your style of reading them. Yes, your regular style, yes. So this card can indicate a young woman until teenage age in your life, who might even have a fire sign, like Leo, Sagittarius, and who is the third one? Aries, of course. Yes, maybe this is suitable in your case. It always depends. It always depends. But this is a fire card, and sometimes it really is with astrology, in accordance with astrology. So you can really pin down a person and know, okay, this is that girl. Yeah, it's no other. It is not a must to use these astrological correspondences in your readings, but sometimes they are the hint you needed. Yeah, and reading the card never is because people sometimes ask me, what are the rules? What do I need to learn? Which keywords and so on? And this is just the half of it. The other half is your intuition, and it grows and becomes stronger and more sharp and clear with exercising over years. I'm sorry. We all would like to just learn something and then we can use this knowledge. And of course, this is how you start with tarot and any other oracle. But in the end, your intuition has to be like a muscle. It has to have training every day, or how often you do it. But the more you do it, the more training you get. And yes, one day after some years, you will just feel how you step up with your reading abilities, and how your intuition tells you during readings, this card here means now exactly this, nothing else, it's that. Yeah, like for example, you read for a client and you have a queen in the reading, and you know this is the mother of this person. And of course the queens can be mothers, but they can also be partners, they can be sisters, or other important women like colleagues or something in the reading. But your intuition tells you this is a mother. So these are the things you cannot make up. These are the things you just have to keep practicing and practicing. So you cannot fake reading tarot cards in a way, yeah? You cannot just sit with your book and say, okay, this is that meaning. This is, of course, where we all start. You have to start somewhere. But the rest comes really with experience. Yes, and this is, sometimes life is fair. What you put in, you get out. So I sometimes joke that tarot is one of the few things in life who are really fair. The more you put into it, and the more you learn about it, and the more you practice, the more you will get out. So this is really fair, and it's the same for everyone. Yes, so coming back to this card after these explorations of tarot in general. In general, if it's not a person, it means a light energy, a warm energy. We are here with the element of fire, and the element of fire is not so extreme. Sometimes you read a lot of meanings for these cards which are rather extreme, and I even know people who shy away from fire cards or want cards like, this is too much for me, I don't like this energy, it is I feel overwhelmed when I think about these cards. And I think this comes from these exaggerations, like you see the fire just as one extreme. I mean, I have this little candle here, it doesn't hurt no one, yeah. You need fire in the winter, warmth, yeah, it cooks your food. It is such an important element and has been sacred over millennia for people, yeah, mostly as a female being, a protector of the family, yeah, and the family spirit and everyone around. So we also see in Germany, we have here this, like someone has fire. This means this person is alive, has inspiration. It is, you see it in the eyes of a person. Yeah, she has fire in her eyes. I think you will say it maybe similar in English. I don't know. This is always a bit, sometimes you assume something is logical in English, but it is not. So maybe you also know fire in the eyes, which means not that the person is over the top or too emotional or angry or something like that. This fire in the eyes means just being fully alive, being fully in your body, being really you have inspiration, you know what you want, you are really there. Yeah, it's like in shamanism, soul calling back, things like that, when someone has lost parts of their soul, and you often see this in the eyes of a person. They are not fully like, they don't have that glow, or they don't have that spark, the eyes. So this means all parts of your soul are there and you have ideas. Yes. And of course the pages are young. This means they have this effortless energy. It is not a responsible energy. So this does not mean you can nail it down, you will have a certain outcome that is guaranteed. Yeah, they are not so, they are more playful, let's say it like this. But we all need this playful energy sometimes. And when we put this into real life, this means try something new. Try something unexpected. Have fun. Go with the flow. It means, yes, trying something different than you usually do. And this does not have to be fancy or something where you exaggerate, where you go too much out of your comfort zone, because this is about creativity. It is about the inner spark. And when we go too much out of our comfort zone, because these days it's often described as you have to push and you have to really leave your comfort zone and then you will achieve and all of this. This is the different energy. When you have that spark in your eyes, you are not under stress. Yeah, because when you go too far, you will be more like stressed out. You will not feel inspiration. You will not feel like, whoa, I have this idea. This is beautiful. I feel my inner warmth and my inner fire burning again. Yeah, this is something that does not happen when you are too far from yourself. Yeah, because this would mean a soul loss in itself somehow. But here the soul is there. So it's really inspiration, the element of fire. And it is not childish in the negative sense, but a bit childlike, like playful. I play around, I try, I give it a chance. I'm not overly fixed on a certain outcome, but I allow things to unfold and to experience them and to have fun and joy with them. Yes, this is really important. So when we want to do this, we need her in the middle. Justice. And justice is the card of healthy boundaries. It is the card of healthy boundaries. We see this here with these scales. This means balance. It means being in the middle, in the golden middle, as we say in German. It means really having a look at this from the heart. You know, she has it in her left hand. The left hand comes from the heart. So this means you also listen to your gut feeling, to your heart, to your emotions. You don't do this just by your head, yeah? Like, this would be practical. I will do this because it's a logical consequence or something like that, and you totally overrun your feelings. This is not met by this card. Yeah, it is very determined, so you could think, yes, also because of the sword, it is more about your rational thinking and all of this, but it really comes from the heart. The heart feels what is right and what is wrong, and if this is in balance or maybe not. Yeah, so we also have the sword, and the sword means yes, in Germany we say chopping off old hair in a way. So this means you really clear your path. Yes, it's like I sometimes joke around, it's like a machete, like this jungle knife, through the jungle of everyday life. You cut your way free. And it is not, you know, she sits here, she is very royal, she is very sovereign. Like she knows, and she does not fool around, and she also does not hurt people like she would be in a rage and just chopping everything down in her life. No. She has dignity. Yes? So you also do when this card shows up. And it just means cutting free your way. For example, when we put these cards together and look how they interact with each other, we see that she is paving the path for this to emerge. Maybe you need more time. Maybe you need a space to follow what you want. So she will clear that for you. She will make it possible. Yes. And sometimes it happens that we don't know how to do it. And you also can use these cards as an inspiration, like a portal to bring this energy to you. You can, for example, put it on your altar if you have one. You can put it in your bag to have with you during the day, or you can put it at a nice place at your home. Take it out of a deck, print it out from the internet, however you like it. So when these cards were made in the form we currently know about them, they were made in the ceremonial magic circles. So these people did not have them just for oracle purpose, like a passive way to make things visible, to have a look at them. They also used them as an active oracle. Like, how to say it best? Like active magic, you could also say. Yes, you can also use them like a portal to get this energy into your life, to have it. To have a way that it comes to you. And often we need to ask for help. It does not happen without our consent or without us asking for it. We have to state what we need. Yes, we have to really say, I need more balance. How can I draw the line? How can I find out? Yes, and this is not about being heartless or too much ego, or people don't like you anymore because you say no. Yes, she is about balance, and it's also not about boundaries that are so towering high that no one can reach you anymore. Yes, it's just about a good balance in your life. Yes, there is a wonderful book about healthy boundaries. I don't know how it's called in English. It's from Nedra Glover Tawwab. She is very famous also on Instagram, and it's also appeared here in Germany in German. It was published, and it is a wonderful book. I can only recommend it to you if you need help with this, because she really puts everything into practical, how you can practice it, and where are the challenges, and how to work with these, and what can you say when you are in such a situation, what is appropriate. And she also looks at how you might violate boundaries of other people. So it's really a well-rounded book. It's not just like, there are so many books who are like, don't say no, don't say yes when you want to say no, and things like that, who are overly simplified, because it's not so simple. So I really can recommend this book to you. I also recommended the German version to my clients often, because we all have our little issues around boundaries, and people are really happy with this. So yes, if you search for something, for an inspiration, especially when this card shows up, I can only recommend this book to you. It's great. She also has a book especially for family relationships, because this is of course different and more difficult. So if you search something into that direction, it's also possible to read about it and to practice These are really practical books. Not sometimes books are full with case studies and, oh, this happened and that happened, and you think like, and what can I do now? Yes, it's describing a little bit too much, but these books are really good. So we have found our balance, and what do we need to do now? We need to pin it down. We need to give it a place. We need to structure. Yeah, the number 4s are always about structure in some way. We know the big 4 is the Emperor from the big arcana, and this is like one of the small ones. It is very similar to the Emperor, but it is smaller in a way that it means you don't change your whole life into new structures, into new plans, into new schedules and things like that, but you do it step by step. You let it like walk into your life. Yes, like it does not have to be everything at once. Yeah, we are here with the pentacles, with the coins, so this means element of earth. This means the real deal. You really do it. This does not just happen in your mind or in your emotions. You really do it in real life. Yes, and you hold on to what's important to you, what you really cherish, what you need also. Yes, so this card is a wonderful card. I know it's often it is like interpreted like a little bit being cling to things, but it's important here. We all need our little things that ground us, things that help us, things that yes, give stability, give us a possibility to gain enough energy in everyday life so you can function well. I mean, it's just for the good of all. When you are well and you are balanced, you can bring a much better impact into everyone's life around than when you are just running after life, so to say. Yes, so when we put these 3 together, it's a wonderful, like, this is really a round reading. You don't always have like a round bow, we would say in German, in a reading. Like these 3 are really like this happens and then that happens and then this like is grounding it into your everyday life. Sometimes the cards are more like a zigzag pattern or something like that. And this is normal too, because it's just life, and life is like that sometimes. Yeah. So I say this because sometimes people have doubts when their readings are so, like the cards look so much mixed together. This is not like one wonderful flow of meaning, but there is this and then that and then this. And you think, am I doing the reading right? Yes, it has to make sense, but life does not make always sense. And it's something a little bit struggly. I don't know if you can say it like this in English. Yes, the cards depict that too. You don't have to doubt about yourself if that happens to you. Yes, so when we put these together, we have here the spark of inspiration, the flirting card. And it can be a man you flirt with or a woman. It can also be just flirting with life and opportunities, and maybe a new hobby, or maybe trying a new style in your clothing, or maybe, yes, something that inspires you, a topic you want to follow, something that you really makes your inner spark glow, and you think, yes, this is interesting. I will follow this. I need to learn more about this. Yes, it's a total inspiration card. Really wonderful. It is not... it is still free. Yes, it's not fixed on any outcome, and this is also the beauty of it, because these days we have a spark of inspiration and we think, okay, how can I make this work? Some people even, how can I make money from it? Yeah, they have an inspiration and they start to think about how it might be good for making money. But this is really just about the inspiration first, about your feelings, about how you perceive it and how it inspires you and how it gives you fire, like fuel to your life. A wonderful card, but please don't have a look at the end goal right from the start. Enjoy the process, yes, whatever it might be. But if we put too fast all the... yes, when you want to have a certain outcome and you push it into one direction and don't let it unfold freely, when you are too fast with this, then you just kill the joy of it totally. Yes. So we have this inspiration here, and then we have to make room for it, because it needs room. And room can mean time, room can mean space, it can mean both. It can be other things you have to change so you have more energy to do it. Everything like this. And you do this with grace, with balance. Yes, it's not just like, I put everyone to the side. I need my space now. Yeah, like, and no. It is really well balanced. You find it and you are able to apply it, because most people, they already know what's going wrong. Yes, maybe they push it to the side in everyday life, but in reality, they know what's going wrong. But this card also gives you the sword, the machete for everyday jungle, so to speak, to pave your way, to make it free so you can go there. Yes? But with dignity. It's not a card where you just explode. And yes, sometimes when we were too long out of our comfort zone, out of what we can really do, what we are made for, we just explode because it was too long, too much, and then whoosh. Yes? But with this card, it is a good process. It is something with dignity, something like she's very royal. In her appearance, with a crown and everything, with her gown. So this is nothing where you just, yes, bite everyone around you. You really do this with a good plan, yes. And afterwards, the way is free. So now you need to install it into your everyday life. Yes, this is like grounding it. It is the element of earth. It means really doing it. This is practical thinking. Where do I put it in my schedule? Okay, there are 2 hours. I put it there. Yeah, you really put it down, because things and ideas and emotions and interests are beautiful, but they are just flying in the air as long as you don't really jot them down in your schedule, as long as you don't really make time for them. So this card means really cling to it, hold it. It needs to be held. It cannot just fly around. And so, because then you had so many ideas and they just flew around, and you get very frustrated and angry because I never get things done. I never get what I want. Yes, it's easy to become frustrated with these things. So really make space, make structures in your everyday life so it can really happen. This is the most important thing with this card. Yeah, so these were the full moon cards for this time, and we will see each other next time again.